I believe that a business has two distinctly different brands. Or I apologize, consumers think of when considering that business or their category. The other is their recruitment brand. To me, this is what potential employees think about this business, or if they even think about this business when considering working in their category. If this thinking is correct, how would you go about uncovering the best assets when promoting a business's recruitment brand? For the sake of this discussion, can we assume that everybody already wants to make lots of money at their job and talk about what other things we should be looking and listening for when developing a long-term mass media recruitment campaign? Kevin.
Hmm.
So let's address first, because Kevin, I love that you were self-aware enough to put if this thinking is correct. So that's awesome that
Let's
you're
start with
looking
that
at,
question.
yeah. So what do you guys think? Are there two distinctly different brands, or is this just a matter of semantics and what we're
Yeah,
talking
I mean,
about is two sides of the same coin?
yeah, insofar as you look two distinctly different ways, depending on whether I'm looking at you or at your back. But you're still the same person. And I mean, from the back, I am not a 230-pound, 7-foot redhead. I'm just not. So what I'm trying to set up here for Dave to take the ball and run with is alignment.
Exactly. Alignment is exactly where I want to go. I could share this image if you'd like, or I can just describe it to you. What would you
Oh,
prefer?
please share.
Let me find the share button and share screen, and we're going to share this. This is actually something that Ray Seggern came up with, and it's story, culture, experience. And think of this Venn diagram. Think of this as a Venn diagram, that what you're really trying to do is get these circles to have as much common ground in them as you can. Story is the foundation. Self-created narrative, it's the thing we say about ourselves. So story is what you're saying in your ads. Culture, though, is what people inside the organization actually believe to be true. And so if there's a disconnect between what you're saying to the world and what your employees actually know to be true, then yes, you have two different brands. They're two different things. They shouldn't be, right? You should get those two things in as close alignment as you possibly can. And then experience is the sum total of thoughts and feelings from the customer's point of view. But customers pick up cues that story and culture aren't aligned if they're not aligned, right? They hear your ads, they hear the stories that are being told about you in the media and out on the street, and when they experience your actual business, and they meet a bunch of unhappy employees who gripe about you or other customers or whatever else, right? You've got all three of these out of alignment. And so if the business owner can get all three of them into alignment, it makes the storytelling and the culture way easier to talk about, because what you really want to write an ad for is a business that is exactly who they say they are. And then it's not two different brands.
Yeah, and at that point, if you write your regular ads that are just, touting this amazing company, there should be people saying, "Hey, I want to work there.
Right.
I don't
Oh,
want to
by the
just
way,
buy
we're hiring.
potatoes there.
Yeah.
I want to work there." And similarly, when you do run a recruitment schedule because you got some positions to fill, those ads should make normal people go, "Holy crap, I want to go shop there." Like if they treat their
Yeah.
employees this well, like I just want to go see what that's like.
Yeah, exactly.
And there was one last thing, and maybe I'm just nitpicking, but Zach, could you pull up the copy again? At the very end, he said a long-term mass media recruitment campaign. And I'm just curious. I want to question the long-term nature of that. Is it because you think you need to be running recruitment ads 52 weeks a year, which to my mind means one of two things. You're either durably growing perpetually, or you have really high turnover. And that goes back to maybe being out of alignment. So I just something to ask. To me, thinking back to brand versus sales activation, recruitment, it's not sales activation, but it is activity activation. And to me, recruitment, well, that's interesting. I was about to say recruitment ads would fall more under the sales activation percentage, But that contradicts what I said just a minute ago, that a really good recruitment ad is actually building your brand.
It's alignment.
Get it in alignment.
And the troubles come when they're not aligned, right? When your culture doesn't align with the story that you're telling, I mean, it's awful, right? People can see that, people can sense it, your employees can feel it, right? Because they hear your ads,
it's
and
a
they
fun,
go, yeah, we're not really that.
visceral way to experience that. You ever watched a movie trailer for a movie, then you went and saw the movie and it was like nothing like the trailer? You're like, wow, I got totally suckered into seeing this. That's what out of alignment advertising to your business experience feels like. You're like, I was sold an action movie, and what I got was like an esoteric slow foreign film. For those of you curious, that's The American with George Clooney. Watch the trailer. They make it out to be this high tension spy thriller. It's not. And it's really a beautiful slow cup of tea. Except if you went in expecting one thing and got the other, it sucks.
Yeah.
So we've answered this first part about the concept of brand and this, but let's get to answering Kevin's real question. How do you go about uncovering the best assets when promoting a business recruitment ads? Let's just substitute brand for recruitment ads. How do you go about uncovering the best assets?
I think the way I'm going to answer this, and I'm going to trade on what I've seen Zach do. Zach wrote a wonderful piece a bunch of months ago when when we recruited Dave about what being the vice chancellor is like. And so if you start from the premise that you are going to write a day in the life ad that says you wake up and you step out of your yurt and you put on your flannel and you swing your axe and you chop trees. Holy crap, we're hiring lumberjacks. Then the questions start to become a little more obvious. Just ask the people who have the job or the the employer, what does a day in the life look like? And then you just go through and describe the day in the life, and that's gonna resonate with the people who want to wake up in a yurt and axe trees.
Yeah, I would say go talk to existing employees.
Sure.
Uncover those assets by talking to people that already work there. You can make a laundry list of bullet points of, we've got these benefits and this many vacation days, and
and all that crap is going to be aspirational and arbitrary.
And nobody cares about that. If you give me 15 vacation days, but it's impossible to take them, I'm sorry, your culture's broken. And so, so you don't want to say that in the ad, obviously, but if you do interview people and ask them why they work there, why they continue to work there, maybe it's just the money. I don't know. And if that's the case, you're going to find more people that just want the money. But if they want more of what they have, then you interview the people that they have and dig for those assets there.
And Dave, you just said a key thing, because if this is a company that you're dealing with of any size and they have 15, 20 employees, let's be realistic. You don't have time to go talk to all of them realistically. I mean, if you really wanted to like do the due diligence, you would, but realistically, you probably don't have time. So I would ask the business owner, who are your best employees? Who would you want? Who do you want more of? Who do you want more of? And then only go make sure you interview those employees, whoever they are, so that when you find out what's important to them, what actually motivates them besides the things like pay and time away and healthcare, once those things are taken care of, why do they actually like working there? Is it the family environment? Is it the flexibility? Is it the structure? Some people adore structure. And if the business owner has strong structure in place that they can just follow, people love that, a certain personality. On the other hand, there's a whole nother personality that loves the ability to have creative problem solving and their own, be able to do their own thing within the parameters of the business. So you got to find out which is it, because both are good, but they're both totally different cultures. So which is it for this business? Which employees match this business owner's culture, work best within it? Now go interview them, find out what's important, and only write to that. Because the other stuff, if you pull these people in, if you pull in somebody who craves structure and a job that is like checking boxes, and then you say, hey, here's complete freedom, just go solve these problems, they will chafe under that and leave. Your turnover will be high. So don't talk to that. If that's not true, talk to this. And the opposite is also true. So I would just ask the business owner, who do you want more of? Who are your 3 to 5?
Yep. The short answer is ask the employer who are your best employees, then go talk to those actual employees about what they actually like, and then write a day in the life ad to that. Done.
Because likely you're going to find that the things that once you get past pay and all that other stuff, the things that they enjoy about working there, that's the things you need to write to in order to get more of those people.
Mm-hmm.
Good answer.
All right. Rock and roll. Question.